Hi kids, welcome back. This is Heidi, Restyle Secrets. If you just stumbled upon me out on the internet, I am someone who buys pre-loved, used, secondhand, mostly clothing, some home goods, and then sells them again on the internet, like on Ebay and Poshmark. I sometimes spruce them up or fix them, or even just wash them and iron them, steam them, whatever it takes to make them look fresh and new again. So if you like watching that kind of stuff, or you like to see what people find at thrift stores, or you like to see people sew on a button, or do needlepoint. No, I'm not showing you my needlepoint today, sorry. I know, it's boring, but I bought another one, so I'm only about half done with my first one. But I have a haul for you that I got at one, two, three. Oh, I was hunting all week for stuff to list next week. I think I have enough, but yeah, probably I do because I've slowed way down on how much I list because needlepoint. But that's probably why my sales are so crappy right now, because they've gotten better from before when they were horrendous. Anyway, would you like to see what I got? Again, probably 3 or 4 different thrift stores over the course of 3 days. Mostly I got things at 20 or 25 or 30% off, but not always. So I am once in a while watch resellers on YouTube who sell things different kinds of things than what I sell, just to see if there's anything that catches my eye. I have no interest in learning about automotive parts or tools, or I mean, if I spotted a fabulous tool at Goodwill, I'm not an idiot, I would get it, but I don't want to sell a lot of little collectible things, because collectibles, ooh, I don't know. But books have always interested me because I love to read. There was a time in my life when I was reading probably 3 or 4 books a week, some of them simultaneously. Well, not simultaneously, but one in the living room, one. Heidi, wow. Curt's out of town, so I must be lonely. Anyway, books. I've watched a couple different booksellers looking for how do you look at all those books and figure out which ones are good without looking up every single one, which is kind of probably how new clothing sellers feel. How do you see all those racks of clothes and know which one to get? Yeah, it just takes experience. But anyway, if you can hone in on specific things to get started, right, like we did with clothing. And one fellow talked about technical reference books and manuals, and technical in subjects that doesn't go, get out of date too quickly. Otherwise, you only want the latest issue, right? But so we're not talking about textbooks. We're talking about reference books, where if people were doing engineering or construction or the trades, like HVAC and electricity and all of those things, or really woodworking, highly technical reference books that are you get one and keep in your library forever. So I've been looking for those, and I spotted this, the Handbook for Electricity Metering, 10th edition. I thought, I hope there haven't been 15 more editions since then. And it was published by the Edison Electric Institute, right? So I looked it up, and it's almost new, except, inside the pages just look crisp and clean. It's got a dent here, and it's got a dent here, but I'm thinking, if you're wondering how to do electricity metering, a dented cover isn't. Oh man, look at the math. No wonder I let Curt do the electricity. Not that he's a math genius, but his dad was an electrical engineer, so he picked up a few tricks. Heidi, get on with it. So this book is not available for sale, either the 10th or the 11th edition. Nobody's got any copies available. The 11th edition came out like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. This is the 10th edition from 2002. Nobody has any copies for sale on Amazon or eBay or anywhere on the internet. I don't know why. Maybe they only make a few. And I found that this had sold on eBay. This 10th edition had sold on eBay 3 times in the last 3 years. And the last 2 times it sold for $165. What? So that's what I listed mine for. I thought, okay, that's the going price. I would take almost any kind of offer because I paid $1.50. So I'm looking now for technical manuals, and then of course I'll look them up, but I'm not going to look up every dang book on the shelf, right? Fiction is way too, I've read a lot of fiction, but almost everything I read is not collectible. So that was fun. We'll see if I sell it. That's already listed because, let's get the money. Would you like to see what else I got in case it's useful? Anyway, so here is a newsboy cap. One of the styles of flat caps, or as I've heard Lori Tata, my dear friend in Boston area, call them scally caps. Scally? Yeah, I think so. Because there's a company, the Boston Scally Cap Company. But flat cap is, they usually have a snap brim. And the newsboy style, it has a button on the top and it has wedges. And a regular flat cap or scally cap has just a couple of pieces, so it isn't so poofy, right? This is poofy. And the regular flat caps are, my husband always called them snap caps because they have snap brims. And he always has one. He doesn't like the wool ones. He likes cotton. But he's always got one, I think, because they suit his cute little pinhead very nicely. But this one is made of Harris tweed fabric, and it is vintage Eddie Bauer. And it has velvet-lined fleece ear flaps. So, vintage Eddie Bauer. There's the tag. Made in the USA. It's only worth about $25, but, I paid 25% off of that, so that's fun. Wrong time of the year, but what the heck. So if you follow me on Instagram, hi, you and maybe 20 other people, you might have seen this. And it is a very slinky beigey thing. It's got long sleeves and either a very, very asymmetrical front or it's meant to wrap and tie. I have to get it on my dress form and find out what the heck it is. But who cares what it is? Because it's, wait for it, I got this queued up so we can all say it together. Say it.
Hervé Léger.
Hervé Léger. And so whatever this thing is with long sleeves and long, nobody would have an asymmetrical waterfall cardigan with chunks that long. So I think you could wrap them up and tie them or fling them over your shoulder. I don't know. It's French. But anyway, it had some issues. And it had quite a few snags, or as some people call them, pulls. And I pulled them all to the back. But one area is quite a large snag. No, that's just a wrinkle. There was a very large snag that didn't just pull the thread to the front. It actually changed the weave of the fabric. See that? And I've been playing with it. And I've got it smoothed out quite a bit. Because here's what happened. The snag didn't just, where is it? Lord, backwards. The snag didn't just pull a little. It pulled a lot. So it drew up all of these fabric, all of these threads in that little strip there. It drew them up and made a line. And I'll show you the thread on the back side. It's a pretty big loop. So see that? That thread is still all connected to, it's not two threads, it's one looped thread. And it yanked on the fabric and cinched the weavy together. So I've been playing with it with the dull end of a needle, trying to get it to let go and go back into the shape that it was in. And I've minimized it, but it's still there. But I'm still going to try and sell it. I think even if it was fabulous, I probably wouldn't get more than $50 or $60 for it because nobody knows what it is. If it was a bandage dress, that would be easier. But I know a lot of people like to use needle threaders for pulling snags to the backside. That works pretty good on sweaters. But on fine knits like this, you might try one of two things. This is a knit picker, and it's a little tiny latch hook. And you put it in the hook and pull it back out. And so that works on finer gauge sweaters. And then on really fine knits, this isn't even what I would call a sweater. I'm using something called a snag nabbit. This is sewing needle sharp on this end and grooved round metal on this end. So you insert it from the top, sharp end, right next to the snag, and pull it down. And then as you go by the thread, you twist it a little so it catches it, nabs the snag, and then gently pull it through, and then the thread's on the back side, and then you untangle it. It's usually not tangled. So snag nabbit and knit picker. I have a hard time with needle threaders. The wire is so thin and flexible that I just have a hard time getting it to poke through. So I use one of those two tools. So anyway, there's my Hervé Léger, whatever it is, French. We'll see what I get for it with its flaws. And it was pretty fun. I have no idea. The fact that this would turn up in town is sort of like, going around the corner and seeing a movie star. It just doesn't happen where I live. So we'll see. Movie star. Is that what they call them nowadays? No. Celebrity. So Columbia. Rarely pick up Columbia. PFG. Hardly even ever pick up PFG. There's just so much of it for sale. But this had a bunch of things going for it. It was like 25% off of that. So $4. New with tags. Women's long sleeve PFG fishing shirt. I will probably get $35 for this. Whereas if it was a used men's PFG long sleeve, I'd be lucky to get $15 because there's so many of them for sale. Okay? And a lot of times the used fishing shirts really get beat up. This has got really amazingly long black hair on it. Not mine, as you can tell. So, this falls into the category of I don't usually pick this up, but we did. I don't know why I bought this. Well, I know why I bought it. I just have no idea if I can sell it. But look at this men's golf polo. It's so cute. It's so 50s or 60s style. This was PJ Paul Jones. Their whole aesthetic is retro looking, stuff like this, fitted knitwear for men. I just thought it was so cute. If I get 15 or 18, I'll be lucky. So the swim is starting to appear in my stores, and I'm going through it madly because I'm already sold. I probably sold 4 or 5 pieces of swim since the first of the year, and I'm almost out. Here is a halter style tankini swim top with a like a bra fastener back and a little cutout. It's got an underwire bra. Who made it, Heidi? That's the interesting part. It is Land's End, and it's an 18W. I'm going to be more Land's End, LL Bean, Athleta, Miracle Suit. Those were my favorite swimsuit brands that I could find. And I'm going to have to be more careful with Land's End now because my daughter told me Costco has Land's End swimwear for $20 a piece. It used to be $54 a piece. So you'd spend $120 on a swimsuit. But no, they're selling them for $20 and one pieces for $25. So if Costco's got Land's End swimwear, it's just going to get flooded. Everybody's going to be able to buy it cheaply and very readily available. But I like this size, and it's a great basic top. So I'm going to have to be pickier about Land's End. Now, Polo Ralph Lauren. I love to sell Polo Ralph Lauren, but it has to shout that it's Ralph Lauren because there's So much of it. Polo shirts, hardly ever do I get those. But the all over polo pony print and their color ponies, I decided to get it. Purple, wish it was some other color. But because the ponies are colored and it's an all over print, I decided to go for it. Maybe 25 if I'm lucky, 30. So this is so much mixed bag. I'm apologizing for everything. So I had never heard of this brand, but apparently lots of other people have, and it's pricey. It's also unusual. And I noticed that this was new, and I thought, wow. It's called the Randy Off the Shoulder Top in light blue, size extra large. It has we'll just call it a built-in bra. It's underwire, it's padded. It's got the grippery strips on the top. And then it has these sleeves, which you can remove. So you could wear this as a strapless blouse. That's hard to say. Or you can attach it and have and it's definitely off the shoulder, with shirt cuffs. Interesting combo of design elements. But it's an awesome color, and it's an extra large, and it's new. So how could I resist? I have no idea what I'll get for that. Should I look it up real quick? Would you like to know? Randy, no, let's see. Sir Oya? Yeah, Sir Oya. Saroya? I don't know how you say that. Randy. There's one for sale, new with tags. They want $85 for it. And the retail was $2.95. I've lived too long. And there's one sold that was new. Oh, it's from Revolve. And they took an offer off of $65. So I think if I put that at like $42, it'll go right out the door. Here is a sweater. I know. Gotta stop doing sweaters, Heidi. But it's just as pretty. What's that color that's between cobalt and navy? I want to say royal blue. Yeah, I'm going to say royal blue. The brand is Quince. It's just a very lovely, heavy. I don't normally like to pick up cotton sweaters, but this is a really high quality cotton rib knit sweater. Quince. No idea what it's worth. Somebody recently was selling Quince on their YouTube channel. What can I get for that? Sorry to do my comping, my work right now. Rib knit cotton sweater. Sold, $39, $43, $35. No wonder I bought it. I am smart. These were a surprise. Puma, which I don't think I've ever sold Puma, unless I got it in a men's thread-up box. But they're golf shorts, and almost all my golf shorts have sold already this spring. It's not spring. I got 4 inches of snow on the ground this morning. Spring, my... I don't know what's wrong with me. These are Puma. Really nice golf shorts, new with tags, $65 retail. They're called the Jackpot Short. So I looked them up, the Jackpot Short, that retails for $65. The sell-through rate is very good on new ones. I'll probably get $32 to $35 for men's shorts. There's money in the men's department. I tell ya, you have to go look there. This is an Athleta hoodie. It's got one of those kind of a funnel hoodie neck thing, high neck hoodie. I don't know what you call it. Yes, did you notice the drawstring is missing? It's a really pretty blue color. This is called the Up-Tempo hoodie. It's got thumb holes, and for those people that brave a chilly morning and go running, this, your sleeves won't ride up if you have a thumb hole. So it's missing the drawstring, and what I'm going to do, because I'm a squirrel and I save crap, I'm going to see if this looks nice in it. And if it does, then I'll say I replaced the drawstring. And if it doesn't, yes, I know it's a shoelace, but I only need one. We'll see. They're extra long. Don't worry. If it doesn't work, I'll just say no drawstring. So, up-tempo hoodie from Athleta. This one is like 3 or 4 years old, but it's still being sold. So, yay. Finally, a little bit of color. It is a Patagonia base layer, long sleeve raglan t-shirt, whatever you want to call it. Has a little zipper pocket back here for all my hiker, biker, camper people. Not wall climbing, that's indoor. Rock climbing, people who like to do things out of doors. One of my favorite ways to sell clothes. People, you're going to just be shocked. So, I'm flipping through the men's shirts, hoping for Faraday, and I found one, a polo. Really cute striped polo shirt. I've already got it listed. Sorry, so you can't see it because it's Faraday. Anyway, I'm flipping along, and I spotted this. And the label didn't do that much for me. It's a nice label, but it's nothing. It's no better than J. Farrar or whatever. It's Calder Carmel, and then I thought, Carmel, isn't that the name of a really expensive place in California? And the flannel just felt so good. And I thought, you better look it up, Heidi. You better look it up. So I did. I paid 75% off of $6. I looked it up, and I'll insert a picture right here. I don't know where I'm going to put the picture. I have to look at my phone just so I can talk about this without gasping. Oh, I just couldn't believe it. It is Calder Carmel Ultimate Flannel Twill Sports Shirt in Midnight Plaid. The retail, and it's still for sale on their website, $348. Get out. I had my husband feel it, and he goes, that's a really nice flannel. I said, is it $348 nice? And he went, get it away from me. And then he said, what size is it? And I said, it's an extra large. It's a 2XL, not your size, dear. And he's like, oh, and he left the room. So, what Calder Carmel flannel shirt? They're only selling, the solds are like 35 to 50. I'm going to get more. I'm totally going to get more. Yeah, 35 to 50 for a $300 flannel shirt. I don't understand it, but it's nice, and it's a 2XL. Hoping that gets me more money. Money in the men's department. Here is Habitat. It's a cowl neck. Show you the label. Habitat. I just checked. My spreadsheet started like two years ago. My most recent version. And I've had 7 pieces of Habitat, and they've all sold. And so here is a cowl neck, boxy, weird dolman sleeve, kind of cowl neck, kind of fleecy thing. Needs shaving. I'm very excited about that. I've hardly had any shaving business lately. So I'll list it for $32. Might get $27 to $30. Here is it's Liz Claiborne from JCPenney. Not recommended. But I paid $1.99, and it is a 2XL swim tankini top with tags. So for $1.99, somebody could... I sell a lot of single tankinis, and for bottoms, I just do black, navy, and brown skirted bottoms or boy short bottoms in bigger sizes. So somebody could have a skirted black bottom or boy shorts and wear this with it. Have a bunch of different tops that go with their black bottoms or their navy blue bottoms. So I think that is an easy way to go about selling one pieces. Bikini pieces individually are almost impossible because you almost always expect those to match. Here's another There's another tankini top that would go nice with a black bottom. And this is Torrid. Isn't that pretty dark floral? This is Torrid, size 2. And it's got a very flattering full kind of skirt with a little split in the front. So I think that's pretty. I think that'll sell. I've not sold a lot of Torrid swim, so I don't know what I'll get for it, but I usually list my tankini tops, depending on the brand, between 24 and 32. Here is Pelagic, which is a fishing brand. And this is a women's skirt, new with tags. The retail was $65, so I'll probably get about $35 for this. It's a skirt, and that's the gray hex pattern. I like to sell fishing stuff. Nike Golf men's black shorts, probably get about $18 for those. I heard someone say on their YouTube channel that Nike wasn't doing golf clothes anymore. They are. They broke up with Tiger Woods, but they're still doing clothes. And they'll be selling them in pro shops through Dunlop. So I just read an article because I wanted to make sure, because I do sell Nike. Nike's one of the mass market brands of golf that I pick up. Otherwise, it's Travis Matthews or Donald Ross or I can't think of any of the good golf brands right now, but the fabric always feels better, so I do look for that. Isn't this a great check? This is a beautiful wool flannel men's sport coat. The label up there says made in Canada, and so I thought, ooh, that's fancy. That's not China or Mexico. And so the label inside was Jack Victor, who I'd never heard of, made in Montreal. And it just felt so good. And it was sold, this is vintage, this was sold at a Fitzgerald's menswear in Grand Rapids, which has been out of business for at least 25 years. But it is a just quality, classic 2-button check wool flannel with a double vent. There's nothing dated about this at all. And so I looked up Jack Victor, 4-button cuff. I mean, if you could feel this flannel, it is just lovely. And by flannel, wool flannel in sport coats is a different category than cotton flannel in men's shirts, but you know what I mean. So Jack Victor, let's look up that. I think I already comped it, but Jack Victor sport coat, used. It was a great size too, like a 48 regular, 46 regular. Pre-owned 46, we'll put in the size because that's what we're competing with. Yeah, I should get between $50 and $70 for that. So money in the men's section. This was exciting to me. I have no idea. I'll probably get 30, 35 or $40 for it. I don't know. But it's Lululemon. There's the thing at the end. It's a big waterfall cardigan, which I know is totally out of date. It still had the hang tag. It's an XL, 2XL. It's called the Kush what? Some sort of Kushi. I don't know what it's called. I looked up the style number. Kush, it had a stupid name. But it's a sage green, open front, waterfall cardigan. And, is that a spot? What the hell is that? I don't know. Was it a spot or a shadow? Well, I'll look. Oh, well, it's a hole for one thing. So it's going to be steam treated and mended and probably get $20. I watched a haul. Who was it? Almost anyone who finds Lululemon. They have more Lululemon in one haul video than I have found in my entire reselling career. I know that there are probably Lululemon leggings that are escaping me, but they don't get as much as they used to unless they're black. And I'm not willing to put in the effort in the leggings department to find them. Jackets, sure. I'm always looking for those. But sports bras and leggings, the hunt is harder than the find. Am I right? So I was excited about this sweater, but I just don't see. We have a Lululemon, in the big city. That's 30 miles from me. Not a huge city. It's 1 million people altogether, but I never find Lululemon. That's what I was trying to tell you. And so when I found this with the rip tag and the style, and I paid 25% of that, holes and stains. Who cares? I'll fix it. Oh, Heidi. This is soft surroundings, and I am putting the brakes on soft surroundings because I just realized I've only sold like half of what I bought in the last year. It's a tunic top, extra large, blue, with a little pleat in the front. I gotta put the brakes on. This is fun. Rails. I found a few of the hunter flannels over my years, but never found a cute summer striped dress. Isn't that adorable? It is got a ruffle at the bottom, and it's a blue, kind of a ticking stripe. See how the stripe, it's wide, and then it's got two little narrow stripes next to it. That's like mattress ticking. From the olden days. It's 44 inches, so it's below the knee. But I wouldn't call it a midi. But very cute with that ruffled flounce at the bottom. Flouncy. Here's another dress. Also a nice pretty spring floral. Let me find it. This is Torrid, and it is a size 2. Apparently they had bra strap issues. Let me get that out of there before it does more damage. If you want to know what to do about bra straps, that's not it. You get yourself a little bit of lace hem binding, and you put a snap on each end, each end of a snap on the end of it, and then you tack the middle of it to your inside your shoulder seam. And then when you put on the dress, you put your bra strap through that little lace and you snap it together, and then your bra straps will just stay there. And it would take you 10 minutes. I'm not kidding. Little package of white lace hem binding, some snaps. You can make all your dresses behave themselves. So here's this Torrid V-neck front, keyhole back, as you can see. It's got a little cap sleeve, so it's sleeveless but not totally. And it has, there's a waist seam, but the way the skirt is styled, if you were short-waisted, I'm very long-waisted, so waists tend to come right here on me. If a skirt has a waist, it's here, because my waist is way down there. But the way the skirt is cut, this could be worn as an empire waist or as a natural waist, and it would look totally fine because the skirt is so full below that. And it's got a little faux wrap feature. So that slit is slightly off center. But isn't that pretty to go to a wedding or a lawn party or a shower or a vacation for your dinner out? That's a great one. That's a size 2 Torrid. Here, let's finish up with these because I never buy jeans. You're probably going to be, ooh, what kind of jeans is Heidi getting? Not really. Another soft surroundings. Didn't I just say no more soft surroundings? This needs a wash because they used Unstoppables, which, man, do they deserve their name. But not everybody likes a strong laundry set. I have to use sensitive skin because Curt is a princess. So I use unscented laundry soap, always have. But this is just a button front cotton shirt. But look at the buttons. Yeah, if this doesn't sell, I'm just going to keep those buttons. Do what with them? Put them in your button bag. Because I save buttons. Then I'm going to go through my cart with you. I have this long list of videos that I want to make about productivity. You remember that one? It involves a lot of Post-it notes. So I need Curt to set up the overhead camera so that I can demonstrate it. You don't want to know about something you're not getting right now. But going through my cart might be helpful to some people. Everybody's got a cart full of crap they use, right? So anyway, these jeans, J. Crew. And I thought, are they new? Because I've not seen that kind of J. Crew jean label before. And I don't know what a 9-inch demi boot crop is. Well, I do now. 9-inch is the rise. Don't know what a demi boot is like. A little bit bootish. But then when you crop them, aren't you cropping off the bootness? And so they have a hem. And I checked. I thought, that looks like it was done at home. No. They paid someone to do that crappy job. Anyway, you of course could wash them a bunch and fray them some more if you wanted to. I don't know. But I looked them up. Well, first I looked at the J. Crew style tag, right? And I thought, ooh, it's got the new Fair Trade label inside. These are from fall of 23, which that's recent. That's like 6 months old. And the style is BT563, which is indeed the 9-inch dummy boot crop. And you know what? Used in this 28, I can get like $35. If they were super light wash, $45. Dark is okay though, because they're not indigo. They've got some nice thigh fading. So we'll see. Spring is eBay data used to tell me that spring was the best time to sell jeans. I think it's because we have too many chips in the winter and our jeans don't fit at the end of the winter. That's just my theory. But people buy new jeans in the springtime. Maybe that's when all the new styles come out. I don't know. Terapeak used to have great charts that it showed the 12 months, the previous 12 months, and then it had the dips and mountains and troughs and valleys of sales in different categories, like sweaters, of course, winter, summer. Swimsuits, winter, summer. Jeans, spring, fall, winter. But they don't do those charts anymore, so I hope it's still accurate. Heidi, be quiet. You're done? Are you done? Have you got anything else to say? No, I'm working on what sold in the first half of March. Maybe I'll get that done this weekend while Curt's gone. Maybe you got something to live for. Wow, I had fun. Thank you for coming. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things. Oh, I've got a collab video coming out at the end of the month. I've invited some of my YouTube friends, and if I didn't invite you and you want to be invited, to interview themselves with a list of questions that I provide. I thought that'd be easier than trying to schedule them all to sit down and talk to me. I thought it'd make it easier for them to say yes. Several of them can't, but several of them can. So be watching for that collab resellers interview themselves videos dropping at the end of the month. And if I haven't contacted you and you're interested, let me know on Instagram. Okay, kids, I had fun. See you next time. Bye, kids.